Now we will start with the second sketch. Just click on sketch command, select the top plane. You can see actually here what you have selected. So in case if you want to confirm that what you have really selected, you can have a reference look here. Say sketch, turn your view to the top so that you can see what you are going to create. Start with line, which is chain line. Start somewhere here, or maybe just in a space. Give this line and this way. Click middle button to exit the chain line command. Now choose, okay, now just create one center line. So create on center line, pick somewhere here on the x-axis and make second point somewhere here. Now choose this segment, the segment 1, press Ctrl key to add more segments for the selection. So I have chosen these 3 segments, and now after I select the segment, I click on mirror geometry and then I pick the axis which I have created. So the moment I click on axis, you will see that there is a sketch 3, all the 3 sketches has been taken here as a mirror geometry. Click on middle, so it's done. Now I need an arc between these 2 lines, so I will start with this and with this. It's done. Here you notice that there's a T which has been created, so this arc and this line is in tangent, whereas this doesn't. So you can use a tangent command here, tangent constraint, by selecting these 2 entities. Now here on the right side, you will notice that this segment is open, so we have to basically close it. Again, I will start with the line command and I just pick these 2 and middle click, and my geometry is closed now. If you notice here, again to the beam example, you see that this line comes here and intersect with the horizontal line of my geometry. So it's something like this. So what I'm going to do here is I will just pick a constraint named as coincident, and I will pick the endpoint of this and this line so that it becomes coincident. So what basically this constraint does, it brings endpoint of the line, either of the endpoint line, whether it's a angled line or the vertical line, and bring it to the horizontal line. So that's done. Now I will go back to my sketch to give certain dimensions. So one of the dimension is this one, which is horizontal dimension starting from this point to the axis, and that is 38 mm. Then you have a second dimension from this point to the axis, which is 66. You have a radius of 29.5, and this dimension is not a part of the top view, but we have to give it because we need to have a constraint on this width of the base, which is nothing but a 65, which you can notice here in the section view, this one. So that's 65, and the last constraint which we want is the tangent constraint, because this arc and this circle are tangent to each other. Just review once again. So this is 38, this is 66, this is 65, radius is perfect. Now there is one more dimension which we need to do, is the angle between these 2 lines, which is nothing but a 60-degree horizontal. So again, I will go with the normal dimension constraint. I will pick these two geometries and I will pick the position where I want to add the angle. So I will allow the value, I will assign the value as a 6, and you will notice that the sketch is now fully constrained. Just bring these dimensions to a tentatively correct position where you want. Additionally, what you can do is you can add a reference dimension. So you can add a reference dimension. So for example, click on reference and then pick the center of this arc actually, which is somewhere here and here, which gives a 55 reference. And if you notice here, in our top view sketch, it says that the center of the arc, which is at the 55. So we have created a perfect top view sketch. See you in next video.